Hi, folks. Today I have for us a video update from Central Tyrant Investigations on his recent arrest in Paducah, Kentucky, where he tells people what's going on with his court case, his next court date, and encourages his fans to work around and call Flood, the police department, again. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the page. Leave a like and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, NCR Movie Network, and the podcast, the Craptown Florida Man Power Rankings. Episode 29 is out right now. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Actually, I'm going to wait for a little bit more people to get in here. We got 45 people in here. I'm going to try to wait for that to get to at least 50 before we release some information. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Carrie, what's going on? Yeah, I'm having a good day. Having a good day. Sing a song. What you want me to sing, bro? What you want me to sing? I got a beautiful voice. I've been practicing. All right, we got 50 people in here. Right now, we are in the city of St. Louis. We did our court for our alleged trespassing that we had in Paducah, Kentucky. It was a Zoom call, so I didn't have to show up there. They can do Zoom if you guys are out of state, or you can also request it if you're in state. You don't have to show up a lot of the times. But anyways, guys, does Nelly still live here? He does have a house here. I know that. Anyways, guys, with the court, they tried to basically, because it's only a citation and it's a violation, not really like a charge. It's a third degree trespassing, which is like the lowest thing. So it's just a citation basically and a violation. They tried to give me a $250 fine, but the prosecuting attorney waived $100 of it for some reason. I think it is if I don't go back on the U.S. bank property, which is where we have our, I guess, issue. I was never on the United States bank property.
Yeah, they're trying to show you some leniency. They saw the video, and they probably got the information from the bank and the officer as well, stating that you weren't on the U.S. bank property where you were trespassed. If you remember in that video, I'll put a link to it in the description box down below. He told you that the bank does not want you on their property, and that the Verizon store does not want you on their property, and that's where you were trespassed at, on the Verizon store's property.
I was on property owned by JDT Properties, I believe that's what it's called. It's either JDT or DJT Properties. I pled not guilty, of course, guys, and we're going to see this through. I have a meeting on Wednesday with the, I guess, defense attorney, and also the prosecuting attorney wants to speak with me. So I don't know. Usually the prosecuting attorney doesn't speak with you unless uh, I guess something good is going to come out of it on your end. But
Right.
yeah, so they have information that I was on the United States bank property, which I wasn't. So I'm going to speak with my legal team. I will be getting a representative out of the Paducah, Kentucky area just because they are more familiar with that area. Yeah, Michael, I'm definitely pleading not guilty for this. Uh, and I was never on Verizon property. That's the thing, guys. The officer went inside of Verizon when I actually had business with Verizon. I was going in there to swap my phones, and I saw the bank right there, and I said, why not do two birds with one stone, basically.
But you were on the Verizon store's property. the outlet center that you were trespassed from, the Verizon store rents space from them. So even that back alley is part of their property. And if you really needed to conduct your business with Verizon, why not do that first? I mean, you chose to, you know, do this audit and get trespassed from both the bank and the shopping center's property instead of actually going to get the phone swapped like you said you needed. Well, I only have to ask.
Are you stupid or something?
Uh, but it is a multi-complex, so there's different buildings inside that one. Well, that are attached to that one. Different companies that are attached to that one building. So if I was not on inside of Verizon, they can't kick me um, out of the property where they have no jurisdiction, basically. If that officer were to do right, he would have contacted the owner, DJT Properties, and asked them if they wanted me off the property. Then I would have had to leave. But he went inside of Verizon. Let me try to catch up. I actually do have a GI, those surveys. I have an app. I have different forms to find out where the property lines are and stuff. So I kind of looked that up beforehand. But yeah, guys. So they were saying that I was on the U.S. Bank property, which obviously I was not. The police report said that basically the officer lied in the police report saying that the Verizon had called, but really it was the bank that called. I have to go back to Paducah, Kentucky, and I will be picking up the body cam footage and also the audio call. Uh, yeah, Ed Z, whatever you are, man, you're probably a cop, and you probably suck at your job. So yeah, he is. He's timed out by Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. He is probably a cop. Uh,
Now, this is something very common when it comes to frauders doing live streams. Somebody will come into their comment section or into the side chat and call them out or provide them with factual information where they're wrong. And they automatically assume, oh, well, this person's a cop, they're a bootlicker, they love the tyrants, they hate freedom, or use some kind of insult or derogatory term towards them. And because their followers are so butthurt that somebody's calling out their dear leader, they will block them. They will time them out. They will challenge them and insult them as well. This just shows frauders have such a thin skin, they can't take a mean comment. I mean, I get mean comments all the time in my chats and in my comment section, and it doesn't bother me because I know it's not true. But unlike frauditors, we got to call an ambulance for them.
Bladen, yes, I do, man. I do. I do believe in the Lord. I do. Big time. Hey, what's going on, guys? So yeah, just doing a little update here for you guys that we got out of court this morning. It went pretty fast. There's a lot of people that did not show up to court. So if you had court in Paducah, Kentucky for this day, you have a warrant out for your arrest because a lot of people did not show up and he issued a lot of bench warrants. So that's not good. Was there racism involved? No. I don't know. I mean, I never speculate racism at all, but I had to because he couldn't have been that stupid, but he wanted to arrest me.
What a crock of shit. Have you ever heard more bullshit or drivel coming from somebody who's not even the president?
So yeah, guys, I will be heading back to Paducah, Kentucky either this week or next week. My next court date is April 29th. So that'll be on a Tuesday. I have a meeting again with my legal team on this Wednesday. So I will update you guys further on this case, I guess. The easiest thing I could have done was pled guilty and paid that $100 fine. But guys, we're not doing that, because that makes it seem like the police department won, and that obviously they, afterwards I wouldn't be able to. I could make complaints, but it would go nowhere. So me pleading not guilty shows them that I am serious about this violation, and we're not just gonna take the easy road out of this. So, what's the number to not call? Yeah, just look up. Go back to the video, guys, and look in the description. The phone number is there. I'm not telling you to call, but it is your right.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks. Because if he truly did not want them to call flood or berate the call system, he wouldn't give out the number. He wouldn't be putting it in the description box. This is a tactic by all frauditors. When one of them gets arrested, or when one of them feels they've been slighted by a police department or a city hall or whatever the government building is, they put the numbers out and they tell their followers, oh, well, I'm not telling you to call, or I don't think you should call, but if you want, you're doing it a backhanded way to tell them to call flood. That is a crime. And if you overrun these systems, especially with the police department, that slows down response times for people who actually may need actual assistance from the police.
If you want to call, go ahead. I'm not telling you to, but I can't stop you. And I don't want to stop you. So if you guys have heard their voicemail, or whenever you call the number, the first option says, if you are calling in regards to a video on YouTube, press 1. It will send you straight to the voicemail of the captain or chief or whoever, and they're not going to get back to you. They're not going to get back to you. What's up, San Juan King? Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you always stopping by. Yeah, guys. So if you call their police department, it will say, if you are calling in regards to a YouTube video, press 1, and it'll send you to um, whoever, the captain or the chief. So I can't tell you who not to call, man. You can call, you can do whatever you want. If you do call, though, try to be somewhat respectful. I mean, don't make any threats or anything like that. But you do have your right to address the situation.
But why would you need to tell them all of this other stuff if you didn't want them to call? I mean, you're trying to tell them that, yeah, if you call to complain about this, they have a voicemail set up for them to go to leave a voicemail that will get back to the captain or the police chief, and they're not going to do anything. So are you trying to tell them to work around that particular answering machine so they can call and yell or complain about something that you did with your own stupidity to make you seem like the victim when you were the actual criminal?
You left a good message for that. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, they're not going to get back to you. They're not going to get back to you at all, man. He's probably got a collection of them, and they're just going to ignore them, basically. I even called, I left a message, and they still sent me to that voicemail.
And we're going to end it here, folks. The remainder of the live stream was him plugging his merch store and announcing that he's going to be doing 2 giveaways. One when he reaches 50K and one for his members only. But with all the evidence provided here, I doubt he will beat this court case and will have to pay the $150 fine that he's going to be facing. If he gets a lawyer, you know he's probably going to crowdfund for that and, well, say that he can't afford it, even though he brags about all the money he has and how many civil rights lawsuits he's won. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel and the podcast. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I will see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.